So you never ever had a dream of a secure, stable income?
Oh God, no. No. Let's start at the very beginning. So when I was very young, like my mum is a very voracious reader. So I was always brought up around books, and I learned to read quite early, and I was quite good at it. And so when I was very young, I thought to myself, right, well, I want to be an author. I want to write books for a living. And my mum, she said to me, the thing with that is that it's not consistent work, so you're probably going to have to get an extra job just to supplement everything like that. And I was like, fair enough. Anyway, aged 11, I went to secondary school, started learning drama, and I was like, no, I've got it now. I want to be an actor. And my mum said, well, see, the thing about acting is very inconsistent work, so you're probably going to have to get, and so really, it was author, then actor from aged 11 onwards.
So you never ever had a dream of a secure, stable income?
Oh, God, no. No.
So it was about age 11 where you decided to give up on the writing side, or did you carry that on?
I mean, I still write occasionally, and I still read a lot. But acting it turns out that acting was my one true love. I don't know if I have the discipline to be an author now at this point.
Was it more like book writing you were into, or was it more stage plays?
I mean, I made an attempt at writing a novel. I've been working on that for 16 years. No, it was never going to see the light of day, let's be honest. Scripts, when I was at university, I did drama and creative writing, and playwriting was a part of that, and I quite enjoyed that. I quite enjoyed formatting scripts and putting dialogue and things like that in there, and sketches and little bits and bobs. I was always kind of still writing, because it's kind of adjacent to acting in a way, because we're all working off scripts. So if you're able to make a script and know how scripts work, it's always a useful skill to have, I think.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
So when did the pizza delivery end? Was there like a moment where you were like, I need to stop this, I need to do more auditions, I need to get a new job? Or was it just something came up and you would fit the role?
It was something came up. I was ready to stay there and do whatever needed to be done. There was no sort of built-in end point. And I enjoyed the work anyway, so it wasn't like I was slogging through it. But as it happened, Afterlife Series 2 came about, and this was after in Afterlife Series 1, I was just a small bit part, just one of the people that he goes to interview for the newspaper, and then suddenly the part was beefed up to a series regular in all 6 episodes, and suddenly it was like, oh, well, I can get started again. That's the sort of thing where I can be like, right, I can pack this in, because I'm going to be away for weeks. So I'm only a part-timer here on a 0 hour. So they're not going to, miss me too much. And so I went off and did that, and then started acting and auditioning again. But of course, 6 months later, the world came crashing down. But by that point, I'd done enough, I think, to get my momentum back on track. I was doing voiceover work, and with voiceover, the beauty of it, especially in these times, was that I could do it remotely. So I bought a little microphone, set up my little studio in my house, and that's sort of what kept me afloat. But yeah, in terms of the pizza delivery job, it essentially ended once I was able to get back on the acting wagon.
Oh, that's perfect. So it wasn't a particularly triumphant day. You weren't so happy to ditch the uniform and.
I mean, there was a level of triumph, because like I said, I don't I certainly don't demean the job, and I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not embarrassed of it. I had a good time there. But ultimately, in the back of my head, it was like, yeah, but this isn't what you want to do. You want to be an actor. That's where you want to be. So triumphant, yes, to a degree. Also kind of sad that I'd sort of lose the camaraderie, and once you get into a routine like that, it consumes your whole life. But no, I was happy. I was happy to sort of say, right, I'm back to where I should be. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes complete sense. So there's no complete just horror story at all.
I mean, there was a couple of really scary deliveries.
Really?
The worst one, I would say, was I delivered to a country house, because I live out in the sticks, proper boondocks, and there was this country house sort of near a farm. So went through the gate, drove up sort of a little dirt track, delivered the pizza. The door shut, and then I was walking back to the car, and they released the dogs.
As in the house door shut, and you're in between the house and your car.
Yeah. Out came the Rottweilers.
And they paid for the pizza.
They paid for the pizza. They tipped. But presumably they wanted to get the tip back at some point by having these dogs tear me limb from limb. So I mean, I'm pretty scared of dogs anyway, and these were two proper brutish Rottweilers just running and barking, and I was like, oh no, I'm going to die here. This is how it ends. Mauled.
You really had to earn that tip.
That's it. And you know, I managed to get back into the car safely, and they sort of backed off when I sort of revved the engine a bit, and was like, right, I'm going back. I'm not delivering here again. They tip well, but like they try to kill you with dogs.
Thanks for listening. If you've enjoyed this, then please make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss out on future episodes. If you're really feeling the love, then please drop us a 5-star review on Apple and follow us on Instagram and TikTok too, at @StudentBeans. See you next time.